Hi friends, Siddharth again. So if you are planning for job seekers visa, a very important aspect regarding your job search is whether your job profile is a regulated or a non-regulated profession. Now there is no such clear demarcation between these two types of professions, but still it is very important for you to decide or understand well in advance whether you are going for a regulated or a non-regulated profession. So now if I tell you in a very simple words, regulated professions are the ones which are highly regulated by the German government. So it doesn't mean that only Germans will apply for those jobs. It's not like that, but it means that regulated professionals have to go through multiple verification levels as well as through some licensing as well. For these regulated professions, the concept is if you have to deal with the general masses in Germany, let's say for example doctors or advocates or teachers, so you can be playing a real vital role in the German society. So for that reason, German government wants that you must be fully qualified and you should be corresponding to German standards. For that reason, you have to go through some licenses, for example, or maybe you have to go through CNET. CNET is another body every state has, or there are certain things associated with it. I'll talk in detail later on. So now let's talk about non-regulated professions. In nutshell, jobs like software engineers, for example, or developers, or like me, cyber security experts. We don't. We of course we indirectly help the German society as well, but we don't directly deal with general masses, and these professions are considered as non-regulated professions. Now, for these non-regulated professions like software engineers or developers, there is really very easy to get through because you really don't require any German skills as well. So there's a big difference between regulated and non-regulated. For regulated ones, because as I said, you will be probably interacting directly with German society, with people in German community. So you must show German skills as well. For example, teachers. So teachers. Well, I am talking about the teachers in public schools, that is government schools. I'm not talking about a teacher in, let's say, a private English coaching institute in Germany. So for typical teachers, what happens that you will be engaging yourself with students, with German students most likely, or maybe kids. So you have to show a really good German skills. So normally it comes around C1 level or maybe even C2 level at times. So there is a huge difference between regulated and non-regulated. Now, how to decide whether you are in a regulated or a non-regulated? It's a very kind of a tricky or a dicey situation to decide. So friends, for this reason, there is a well-based or well-documented portal. I'll show you the link and I'll give you some examples on this portal. Through this portal, you can easily decide whether you are going for a regulated profession or a non-regulated profession. So I'll take a few examples, let's say like advocate, or maybe like a teacher, or maybe like a doctor, and you will be understanding very soon whether you are in a regulated or a non-regulated profession. I'll also take a few examples, like let's say for my profile, that is cybersecurity expert, or for a software entwickler, that is software developer. I'll take a few more examples on these professions as well, and then you'll easily find that these professions are considered as non-regulated ones. So let's dive deep into my laptop. For this website, you only have to type in Anerkennung in Deutschland. So this will automatically come. I will anyways put the link in description as well. And you only have to go to this website, anerkennungindeutschland.de. So here we are, and now I will simply change it to English language. So here you can check whether your profession is in regulated profession or a non-regulated one. I'll just click here on this link, and here we have to put in our profession name. So I'll just put, let's say, doctor. We'll go ahead. So let's say, so here doctor, there are multiple options. So even dentist is also there. So let me go to doctor of medicine, and now it will ask me a few questions, but you need to go through the information that they mentioned just right away. Here you see, if you hold a foreign professional qualification as a doctor of medicine and wish to work in that profession in Germany, you need official
state issued accreditation, the so-called AP probation, AP probation. I don't know what exactly it is. That means you need a state issued accreditation. So let's say I go further. It will ask me a few more questions and then give a final report. Now, professional activities, fields of work. This is the explanation of typical doctor professions, and we'll go further and see what needs to be considered. You might need a recognition of your profession. So that means in addition to the state accreditation, you also need to recognize your degrees. Now it will ask me a few more questions. Do you come from EU? So because I come from India, so I'll put it no. Do you come from Australia? This country? No. Now what happens? This is definitely going to be a regulated profession. So the answer will depend upon your location, whether you are in Germany or not in Germany. So let's say I'm not in Germany. So you see, you require recognition. So recognition is definitely mandatory. Now let me proceed with more questions. Have you learned your profession abroad? So I'll say yes. Have you successfully completed? Yes. Have you obtained a state certificate qualification? Yes. So that means now I receive this message, you can apply for recognition, and if I go further, then it will give me a final report. Now again, it will ask me the location where I want to work. Let's say if I want to work in Hamburg. So you see, this is the final report. Information on your details, your profession, doctor of medicine. Your place of work is Hamburg. The profession is regulated. So this is the bottom line, because this is the deciding line. The profession of doctor of medicine is regulated in Germany. So everything is clear now, because if it is regulated, then there is a different set of rules which are applicable to doctors. So this was for doctors. I'll now try for some other profession. So again, I'll go to this link, and here let me check software engineer, software developer, let's say. So what is your profession? Software developer. Now how they describe this profession as mathematical technical software developer. So it's just the same. That's typical software developer. Now your profession, mathematical software developer. Now they have explained it here as we saw previously also. Next. So now you might need recognition of your professional qualification. So you see, even in all cases, recognition is mandatory. Recognition needs to be done for sure. Now there are different ways of recognition. I have explained it in a previous video. I'll share the link as well. Please have a look at it. Irrespective of whether it is a regulated or non-regulated, recognition is still mandatory. Now please answer a few questions. Do you come from EU? I'll say no. Do you come from Australia? I'll say no. Do you already live in Germany? So let me say no. So you require recognition for sure. And then it will give me a few more information. I'll proceed. Have you learned your profession abroad? Or have you studied? Yes. Have you successfully completed? Yes. Have you obtained state certificate? Yes. Proceed. Next. Now, where would you like to work in Germany? So let me say it as, let's say Cologne. So now here you see your profession, mathematical technical software developer. Your place of work is Cologne. Now this is the bottom line. The profession of mathematical technical software developer is not regulated in Germany. So not regulated is a keyword. This means that you are free. You can just straight away do your recognition. That recognition is again a very simple procedure, and you can start working in Germany, or at least you are eligible to work in Germany right away, because this is a not regulated profession. Now here again you'll find some more information. If you want to simply want to have more information on, you can just put your country. Let's say if I say Brazil, and you'll find many information, contact people names also, Frau Patricia Franco Kairis, and you can simply contact her at her Brazilian number, or even you can contact in Germany as well. Next profession, let me talk about teacher. So teachers, as I mentioned in my video as well, we are not talking about a teacher who is, let's say, teaching English in a private institute. No? What we are talking about is public school teachers. So let's say, I'll say teacher, male or female. So professional activities, this is what they have mentioned, what a typical teacher does. Teachers teach and educate children. Wonderful. Fields of work, these are the fields of work, and go ahead. Now what needs to be considered? You might need recognition of your professional. So this line you'll always find because recognition is in all cases mandatory. We'll proceed. Do you come from EU? No. Do you come from Israel? No. Do you live in Germany? Let's say yes. Have you learned your profession abroad? I'll say yes. And have you successfully completed training? Yes. Have you obtained state qualification? Yes. And we'll proceed now. Now, where would you like to work in Germany? Let's say I put it as Munich. And here you see your profession is teacher, your place of work München. This is the bottom line. The profession of teacher is regulated. So that means all rules which are corresponding to regulated professions will apply here. Here, especially for teachers in München, there is a special clause also because it's a very, very regulated and highly restricted type of profession. So if you'll see, they will also mention it as because this is a specialty for teachers profession in München or Bavaria, that they don't accept teachers from outside EU. So if you'll see it, your procedure in detail. One last question, have you already answered? It's also important in which country you have completed your profession. So I'll say we have not done in any EU country. So you see, recognition is necessary, the profession is regulated, and requirements of profession, you see, in Bavaria, there is currently no recognition procedure for professional qualifications from third countries. So this is a specialty only for Bavaria, that they don't invite teachers from outside EU. But still, I would check out if I simply change the city where I want to work in. So your place of work, I'll put it as, let's say, Hamburg. So again, Hamburg, this is anyways a regulated profession even in Hamburg. And if you want to go for more information, you can straight away go for counseling with German counterparts in Hamburg. So you see, 3 counseling centers were found in Hamburg. So this was about teachers. Now I'll take one more profession of, let's say, advocates. Unfortunately, we cannot find this profession, so I'll put it as lawyer. I think it's lawyer. L-A-W-Y-E-R. So here you see the lawyer fields of work. Lawyers are mainly employed by law firms or accountancy and auditing companies, or else work on a self-employed basis. We'll proceed. So what needs to be recognized? You might need recognition, obviously. Do you come from EU? So do you come from EU, from Iceland? No. Israel? No. Do you have already live in Germany? Let's say I'm still living in Germany. I already live in Germany. Have you learned your profession abroad? Yes. Have you successfully completed? Yes. Have you obtained certification? Yes. So you can apply for recognition. Now, where would you like to work in Germany? Let's say I want to work in Frankfurt. Now you see Frankfurt, there are 3 Frankfurt in Germany. So I'll put it as Hesse, that is am Main. And you see, lawyer, Frankfurt am Main, profession of lawyer is regulated in Germany. Now get free advice about procedure. So here you can contact and get free information. A last profession I would like to take up is that of a pharmacist. P-H-A-R-M-A-C-I-S-T. So here is the pharmacist. Now here again you see there is a lot of information about them. You can just go through that. There is again a probation is mandatory. So that is a state issued accreditation. And please remember, these state issued accreditations are valid only in those particular states. That is, if you do it in Bavaria, it may or may not be valid in Sachsen, for example. So I'll go further with select profession, your fields of work, this, next. You might need recognition of your profession. Do you come from EU? No. Do you live in Germany? Let's say no. You require recognition, so it's definitely required, and your profession is regulated in Germany. So you see, pharmacist profession is also regulated, but I'll still proceed with 4 more questions. Have you learned your profession abroad? Yes. Successfully completed? Yes. Next. Where would you like to work? So let's say I want to work in Berlin. So here is the final report. Place of work. Your profession is regulated in Germany. So here you will find more information. If I want to contact with somebody in India, let's say, so you can contact Frau Sapna Bhosle in Pune, and they will give you more information about how you can proceed with pharmacist profession in Germany. Here's more your procedure in detail. You have already answered what nationality you have. It is also important in which country you have completed your professional qualification in another country. So this is the final report. It's regulated, and you can find all information regarding how to proceed with recognition of your education degrees.
So friends, I hope this video made some of your doubts clear, and in case if you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that like button as well. And if you have any doubts or any comments or any questions, please feel free to post them on YouTube comments. See you and bye bye.